Hi, folks. I'm Shane Green. As we get underway, we're still weighing in on our first day, and you can't mention youth football without mentioning the Atlanta Vikings, which is a big deal here in Atlanta. And today I have my guest today that looking very sharp today, Jermaine. So
getting ready for the holidays.
oh, okay. You waiting on some turkey or Santa Claus?
Turkey, some ham,
And
some everything.
So how'd your season go this year? Now you with the Atlanta Vikings, 10-year-olds.
Yes,
And you've been coaching the 10-year-olds how long?
3 years.
So 3 years now. So now you are you just won another championship, right?
Yes, we did.
And 10-year-olds. Now you play in the Mayfield League,
In the
right?
Mayfield.
That's
Absolutely.
and that's a very strong.
That's a pretty tough league. You know, it's the SEC of football. It's a real tough league. A lot of competition.
Right, and I hope we have you some competition this year. Last year you kind of just beat everybody up.
Well, you know, you had some good competition. I wouldn't say that. It was some good competition.
Right.
Some teams that came out and played. You know, my coaching staff and my kids, they came to play as well.
And that's a good thing that you say that, because you know, Jermaine, it's not about you and I. It's about other people and the kids.
That's right.
And you know, when just before this interview, I asked you, and you know, something will always stick with me, and we was just laughing just before we came on live, is you can't buy class. And I asked you, I said, Coach, do you have a few players that were good on the field and good in the classroom? And your response was, it's all of them.
All of them.
You know, and that's important. Parents, as we told you many, many times, be proud of your coaching, be proud of the organization that you belong to. It takes you to the level in life that you want to be. And because of God's blessings, we get everything that we have. And now, of course, the waters are muddy up here, so we need to get out back to normal. So who's the best at doing football tournaments in America?
Of course, you are. The great Shane Green. How long, 20, 30 years?
Nah, I hadn't been doing it 30 years, but it's my 18th year. You know, of course, y'all's team came down to Panama City, Florida, back in you actually have a legend coach that we interviewed earlier. And
Tim Wynn.
Tim Wynn.
Yeah.
And Tim is a legend in a lot of things that he does for kids. And that's what's important. If you're back home coaching and you look at things like this, at people that talk, you know, we spend a lifetime doing this. We didn't just make this up in the 8 months because we were mad that our team lost, you know, or, you know, and a guy named like Tim Wynn is, you know, they played with us since 1996 in Panama City. Of course, Tim, as we laughed about it on camera, you know, he chased us, and now we're chasing y'all. So, isn't that, you know, that's how it goes. So, folks, if you want to play some of the best programs in the country or play for a national title, you will play these teams. And you can also look them up. You can put them on the YouTube. Not only are they great on the field, but as the coach said, they're great on the classroom. Jermaine, from the bottom of my heart, man, thank y'all for playing. And I hope y'all have a good time, and be easy on somebody.
Hey, we're going to have fun, man. And, you know.
Well, folks, man, I have the #1 ranked team in America defending their national ranking in the 10-year-old division called the Atlanta Vikings. And actually, they have a little bit something to say to you. Guys, what do you want to say?
I got one question to ask. Anybody ready to go to war with me?
Yes, sir.
Anybody ready to go to war with me?
Yes, sir.
Well, you got it, folks, live from Atlanta, Georgia, the Atlanta Vikings, #1 team in the nation, baby. Well, hi, I'm Tournament Director Shane Green of the 2012 Tournament Series. We're live in Atlanta, Georgia, about to kick off our national championship game. And today I have a special guest with me today, and his name is Tim Wynn of the #1 ranked team in Georgia, the Atlanta Vikings. Well, welcome, Tim.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Well, tell us a little bit about the Atlanta Vikings program.
Well, I've been volunteering coaching 31 years, and we have won the championship 26 out of 31 years. And I met you about 15 years ago.
Right.
And we have been going from state to state, from Alabama, Florida, and now I'm back up here. And I have been in 15 of the nationals, and we have won 14 of those. And have turned out a lot of great athletes, which went to pro, but this tournament here is special to me. I have had so many people calling me to invite me locally in their tournament and out of town because they know we bring great competition and competitiveness. But me being in this tournament with Shane Green over the years, I would go no further. And I recommend all that want to come get some of this, we waiting on you.
Wow. Well, Tim, that's really strong, and we appreciate that as a tournament. My passion is a long time ago doing this. We met in Panama City back in 1999, and like you're saying, you've chased us as like we chased you. But Atlanta Vikings is a big deal here in Atlanta, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, your program was founded by you and a guy named Jermaine, correct?
Yes, sir. Jermaine Wright.
Jermaine Wright, and he actually has a 10-year-old team that's #1 also.
Yes.
So, folks, when you have the Atlanta Vikings playing in your football tournament, it's actually a mecca of youth sports in America. Some of these teams want to play some of the best. They are the best. Well, his name is Coach Tim Wynn. He's with the 12-year-olds, Atlanta. Well, hang on, Tim, before we close. Hang on, folks. We actually have this bracket here. So, now you played Welcome All. Now, Welcome All had to get in this so they could get a rematch. You know that, right?
I'm looking.
Yeah, Welcome All.
Yeah, I see them.
Welcome All Panthers out of Georgia. And we're going to be interviewing you guys. Now, Welcome All has a good one. Now, we matched you up with Plant City Raiders out of Florida. The new team coming in. Not sure what the Plant City, but I guarantee you they're not coming on buses that far and not be a good team. So we'll be interviewing some of the Plant City Raiders. Now, Atlanta Vikings, you first stop. You'll be at 6 o'clock at McEachern High School on Field 1.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I know Welcome All. It has a great program. Just played them twice. Played them in the championship for the championship Mayfield, and they gave us everything we wanted. We went into 2 overtimes, and hey, if we make it that far to the chip, it's gonna be a great one.
Right. And so, what does our tournament bring to you, though, Tim? As far as you don't play the same people that you play all the time. We have a mixture of teams from around the country.
Now that's what I love. I'm looking on the roster here. It's only one local Georgia team. Everyone else is from out of town, out of state. I love it.
And it's hard for people to get that, right?
That's right.
Would you say we're a true national championship?
That's why I'm here. True.
Yes, sir. Well, folks, I'm Shane Green. Stay tuned, and we're going to be back with Tim out at the field on some of his games going on. I'm sure some of them he'll be in a heated battle. So
Yes,
stay
sir.
tuned, and we'll be right back. Hi, I'm Tournament Director Shane Green, and we're about to finish our 2012 Tournament Series live from Atlanta, Georgia. And we have a great game. We just found out who the #1 14-year-old team in the country. They're called the 313 Tigers. As the camera's going to pan over this area, see these folks right here? Folks, it's been a great tournament. We've had a great, I would have to say in the last 12 years, this is some of the best competitions that I've had. We didn't have it as big as normal, but, man, it was fantastic. So, to the 313 Tigers, West 7 Rams.
Congratulations to the Thoroughbreds.
And
We appreciate y'all coming out. To pick up DVDs and photos of today's games and all the games throughout the championship.
well, as you heard the announcer come on talking about the 313 Tigers being the national champions, we had some great teams. Of course, we had a Alabama team come in and play South Cobb Ravens. So South Cobb Ravens still maintains their record of what they had undefeated. Also, we had the Atlanta Vikings 10-year-olds, which they came in and they stayed undefeated, played a great West 7 Rams. We'll actually have video that you'll be able to see on our website. Also, dropping down in our 9-year-old, we had 2 Georgia teams, which was the New Hope Patriots playing the team out of, let's see, what was the team that played out of there, Steve? They're 9-year-olds. Right. And, of course, this is not scripted back home. Also in our 8-year-old division. And what's so great about coaching in our 8-year-old division, we had a team come in. It's called the East Alabama Gators. We ended up playing into a bracket team out of Detroit, which I think should have probably been there if they'd have had different players. But the only reason I'm saying this is because the guys behind me, You had to. Hey, getting back to the thing, of course, you know, this is never scripted. But what's good about the coaching is we had an East Alabama team come in. The East Alabama team beat Dayton Flames 20-0 in their first game, and they actually came back after that to win the national championship, which score of 12-6. So exciting day. Alabama Indians was a great team that came in and played South Cobb Ravens. Also, that's what brings good teams to this is how coaches adjust. The coaches had played and they adjusted to the teams, and that's how you have good coaches. I'm Shane Green as we get ready for our championship games in New Orleans, Louisiana, coming up, our Gumbo Classic. So stay tuned, and we'll have all that stuff coming up on my website. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back with Turkey Day Classic TV as we will have our closing from our hotel, as we always, and Sean and Chad. Then we'll be sitting at the table talking about our matchups for New Orleans. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.